Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Quantum Leap, the new version of this story of a scientist lost in time, leaping through different times and spaces, and trying to find a way to get home. And in this particular version of the story, there's a bit of a more motivation, as Dr. Ben Song, played by Raymond Lee, has Addison Augustine waiting for him, played by Caitlin Bassett, and a whole team trying to work, including Mason Alexander Park and Ernie Hudson, who's a great addition here. Now, they try to set this particular version of Quantum Leap apart by having other conflict, as in others who are trying to go through the leap and jumping from time to time and trying to figure out what their motivations of trying to stop Ben's own mission, which he doesn't fully remember all the details, is that's an effect of the leap, as it messes with your memories. And there's an air of mystery about this that goes beyond just the leaping from place to place. Now, I do feel like it can be a little convoluted and sometimes does take away from us getting invested in each of these episodic episodes. And this definitely takes a darker approach to these stories, and some of them are more engaging than others. I particularly liked one where Ben was a bodyguard for a singer. I thought that was a particularly good episode. I feel like the last episode or so starts to really lean into the sci-fi aspects and really trying to leverage those with some big effects and stuff like that, and delivering a pretty intense journey. And there's a wide range of different episodes in this first season, hitting on different types of storylines. Depending on where it is, when it is, Ben might be dealing with sexism, racism, anything like that, and trying to overcome those ideas and those themes and tackling them in this isolated story for an episode, while trying to build that momentum up to a bigger, broader idea. I do feel like this does kind of lack some of the charm of the original series and, Scott Bakula. But I do feel like Lee gives a rock-solid performance, and there's some really good supporting performances from Park and Hudson, and especially Bassett. Bassett. I do feel like this series could have been a little bit less blunt about some of the things. The way they do tackle some of these topics is pretty blunt, and trying to go for like the lowest common denominator. And I do feel like this series kind of lacks some of the magic and the excitement and the fun that the original series had. But it is going for a different kind of tone, and I think it's serviceable so far. I'm cautiously optimistic to where they go with this, and you do get some layers, especially some revelations in the last episode, that are pretty impactful. And this show certainly will keep you on your toes and give you an interesting adventure each and every week to a completely different place, in a different time, as a middle-aged Asian man travels through time and tries to process being inside the bodies of all these different people. But overall, soft recommend. First season's 18 episodes should all be on Peacock now. But those are my thoughts on Season 1 of Quantum Leap, the Rebirth. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.